and I started to, struggle with coping with everything. I knew I had to. There was no plan B. And that's when, through a friend of mine, one day he just said, why don't you go to Longfield? Longfield is it's a hospice. I'm not dying. Anita's not dying. Your end of life care, and that's it. Why would I go there? And he said, no, they care for anybody with a life limiting illness, which obviously is what Anita's done. So I thought, okay, I'll make a note. And then one day I just turned up at one of your carers afternoons. The only time I'd really connected with people was when I went to the Carers Café and just sat around the table like this, total strangers, and you're just thinking, they get it. Prior to being at Longfield, I couldn't. I knew what I had to do, but I hadn't got the mental strength to do it. Nothing, pick up a phone and call somebody, social services, adult social care, and say, I need to talk to somebody about a permanent home for Anita. I couldn't, I couldn't do any of that. So I was just in this limbo land of just being a bit miserable, very tired. I knew I wasn't me. I'm not a down person. I'm not a depressive person, or an impatient person, but I was all of those things. I was just going one way, and that wasn't the right way. But as soon as I hooked up with Longfield, I started to reverse. I could do the things I needed to do. You didn't change anything. You didn't change the situation. Anita's still got Parkinson's. She still hasn't walked for 4.5 years now, probably. What you changed is my ability to cope with it, and that's. I call you my earth angels. You really are. All of you. When I think about it, you're just up there. You're quiet. You don't blow trumpets. You're just there to pick people up like me, and just say, "Come on, we'll help you." And then you just